All right. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our live webinar today, building a high-performing conversion funnel. Super excited to go over this information. This is actually one of my favorite topics, which is just kind of like the image says, hey, bringing in some traffic and getting them through that funnel of awareness, interest, decision, action, and then turning them into customers, and then, of course, into repeat customers and further on down the line. So my name is Jack Smithson. I am the inbound marketing strategist here at Keap and also a small business growth expert. And I've been working with small businesses here at Keap for the last 6 years and working with literally like topics and tools exactly like what we're talking about today, and helping small businesses grow. And the funnel is a really great topic to expound on. And so before we get rolling, let's do a couple things. Number one, let's open up the chat. And you'll see that in the bottom. So there's a chat box down there. You can click it open. And then you'll see the chat parameters, like down the bottom where you type in your chat. You can see you can change it to all panelists and attendees, and that way everybody can see the conversation. And if we have questions or clarification points, or if you have comments, we can throw those in there, and then everybody can participate. And I will be looking for some participation. I've got some questions for you and some things that I will be asking for your input and your assistance with. So open that up. And if you would, since we're starting to stack up and people are joining, let me know where you are coming from. Since we have that chat open, I am in Chandler, Arizona. Well, Gilbert, Arizona, which is right next to Chandler. And we are like a suburb of Phoenix, if you're not familiar with the geography here. And it's actually a really nice day. Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Nice. Welcome. And I'll bet it's cold. Ohio, Myanmar. Wow, awesome. Thank you. Thank you for joining. I can't even imagine what time it is over there. Perfect. And Ashley from South Africa. Perfect. Cape Town. Thank you. Welcome. That's great. Wow, we've got people logging in from pretty far out. Cape Town, Ohio. And Veronica from New York City. Excellent. Fantastic. All right, perfect. I am grateful. So without much more as far as housekeeping goes, we will get rolling. And Kim from Tucson, welcome, Kim. We're in the same time zone. Welcome. And Renee from Los Angeles, excellent. Welcome. Glad you can be here. It's fantastic. All right. So we're going to talk about, we'll just start by talking about the funnel, right? And every small business, actually every business, is concerned with the funnel. And in the beginning, most businesses, of course, in the beginning, most businesses are word of mouth, right? You start your business and people give you word of mouth referrals and references. And we start with, a lot of hope, not a whole lot of tools, but we start with a lot of hope. And then quickly we learn that hope is not a strategy. And so we have to get a little bit more granular and not discounting hope. Hope is great, but it's not a good strategy. And I remember being told that the first time. I thought, that's actually really funny. Hope is not a strategy. So we've got to do a little bit better, and we've got to focus on the funnel. And so we're going to look at the funnel and not go too terribly deep, but just kind of surface level so we understand what we're trying to accomplish. And this is, honestly, it's just a great graphic because this is what we are trying to do. Your basic sales funnel looks like this. We're creating awareness for our brand or our products or our services. And the cool thing is that if we're a service-based business, we don't have to create it. The awareness piece is it's not so profound, because generally people are looking for our product or service, and we're finding them. So it's not having to go and stir up interest in our product or service. Like, there's interest out there. We just have to get in front of the people that are interested. And we do that through our social media or our pay-per-click and things of that nature. But at the top of that funnel, like way up here in that traffic area, we're creating awareness for our brand, our products or services. We're piquing interest in what we have to offer. We're trying to evoke a desire for purchase through education. So when they hit this mid funnel, we're educating, and we're trying to get people to pull that trigger, right? And we're helping leads perform that desirable action, or whatever that next action is towards our final sale. And a lot of us, especially service-based businesses, have this in between step. It's not just like, hey, you're interested and now you're going to make a sale. And that's very transactional. And if we are e-commerce, or we have an e-commerce component, then that's kind of how it goes, right? We're driving people to a purchase page or our online shop, and they're completing their purchase there. But in a lot of cases, if we are a service-based business or we have a consultative sale, then we're driving to a conversation or to an appointment of some sort. And so that would be the desirable action, or that conversion. And then we're moving people through that initial conversion, that initial interaction, into that sale. So we're moving leads through the funnel to final purchase down here, where the dollar signs are. And of course, the top of the funnel is always big and the bottom of the funnel gets smaller, because not all of the traffic or not all the leads we bring in are going to convert. Most of us are converting anywhere from like 5 to 20%. This is generally, that's kind of standard for a small business. Actually, standard for most businesses is a conversion rate of like 5 to 20%. If you're doing better than that, boom, you're doing really well. But that's where most businesses lie. And this is just another little graphic that talks about kind of the same thing, but from the consumer's point of view, right? This is consumer buying behavior. I have a problem that needs a solution. And that's probably where it all begins, right? I have a problem. I have an issue. I need a solution. And then we go looking. I do my homework. I'm looking for options for solving my problem. And I'm looking, like, if it is something that needs to happen locally, then I'm looking locally. I'm looking close by. So for like a local service provider, like if I need my trees trimmed, or if I need my engine worked on in my car, or if I need a personal trainer, or if I need a local service provider, then I'm searching in my area for those services. If I need like a marketing consulting or business consulting, I might look wider. I might not need somebody that is in my geographical area or geographically close. I can look a little bit wider for things like that. Or if I need a graphic designer, or I need someone to do some design work, or I need someone to do my website, then I'm not necessarily looking, I mean, it's a service that I'm looking for, but I'm not necessarily looking for somebody down the street to do it. I can contract somebody from, like, I could contract like Ashley from Cape Town to do it, and she could get it done for me, even though we are geographically like super way far apart. So I'm doing my homework. I'm looking for my solution. I evaluate all my choices. I make my purchase decision, and then I take action. And then there's actually one more where I reflect on that action. And that's kind of where this starts over again, especially if we're offering our customers upsells or cross sells or opportunities to purchase again. Like, so, our customer purchases A, and then after they're done purchasing A, then we offer them B, or then we offer them C. And so there's actually another step, or maybe this just kind of loops around to the top again, or back down, maybe just through like evaluate. Because sometimes when we get people to repurchase, or customers to repurchase, it's not that they're out looking for the solution to their problem. We're actually showing them like, hey, by the way, you actually have a problem, and we can solve it with this other service that we do. And you weren't aware, but now you're aware because I'm telling you. And we can get repeat business that way. And we have actually a really good mechanism for getting that done. So this is probably my favorite slide in the deck. So your job, and I'm just breaking this down into like dating terms, right? Your job is to get them from interest to interaction. And that's what you're doing. If I'm even if you just forgot about the funnel and forgot about consumer buying behavior, if you want to look at it at its most basic, high level layer, then this is what's going on. And I just used like some dating pics because that seemed like the best metaphor, right? Interest to interaction. And so that's what we're working on here. And I want to break it down. Let's break it down to really simply, like, here's what you need. And this is the basics. And a lot of you already have this going on. So number one, we need an offer. And that's the first thing we're going to talk about. An offer or a lead magnet, the free report or the infographic or an article, or a free demo or a free trial or something, right? The offer is, it's, for lack of a better term, it's a bribe, essentially. We are offering something free in most cases to get people to engage with us or to give us their information. It's like, hey, I'll trade you this cool thing, this cool information, and you trade me your name and your email, or your name and your email and your phone number in some cases, right? The next thing is a website or a landing page. And almost like I'm guessing like 98% of you have a website. Some of you might be using landing pages. Actually, that's a really good question. I would really like to know that. Anybody in here using landing pages for your offers? If you could throw that information in, like just participate in the chat. Like, let me know if you are using landing pages, yes or no. That'll be really helpful. Renee says yes. Ellen says yes. Okay, cool. And Ashley, yes. All right. Everybody, Veronica says, I will be. Perfect. Kim says yes. All right. Excellent. So yeah, the landing page is, for anybody that's not familiar, like landing page is, it's like a one pager, kind of like your website, but it's a one pager, and it is focused on a specific offer or a specific product or specific service. And so we drive people to a landing page, and we've got lots of different landing page builds. We have one built into our product, and you can take that landing page, and I'll use examples, but you can drive traffic to it from your email marketing or social media, or from your blog, or from really anywhere. And people go to that landing page to, you're pitching them on that specific product or service or that deal on the landing page. So yeah, so it's a one pager. They're super effective for your offers, and especially for these things, for these lead magnets that we'll talk about. You can build a landing page, get a lead magnet on it, and then people are taking that first step into interaction. Like, they're just showing interest by taking advantage of your offer, and or like the free report or the infographic or the article or the ebook or whatever that is. Web forms. Here's a question. Is the landing page a part of Basic or Pro? The landing page builder is part of Pro. Really great question. And I'm actually going to jump in and show the strategy that we'll use with automation, because the landing page builder is a really big piece of that. Landing page builder, web form builder. So I'm really glad you asked that, Veronica. Great question. All right, web forms, same type of thing, but web forms you generally find on your website. We're driving people there, and we need opportunities for people to give us their information or to trade their information for our information. And a lot of, and I'll show examples, but a lot of businesses miss out on opportunities to have lead magnets on their website and to use more lead capture on the pages of their website. We'll show examples of that. And then automated follow-up. So in the list of stuff that you absolutely need. Okay, so automated follow-up. I have this in automated follow-up and automated email nurture. I have these in the list of needs, like absolute needs. And the reason is, if you're doing your nurture by hand, it's going to be really hard to keep up. Which means like, hey, you're sending an email and then you've got to remember to send them the next email and then remember to send them the next email. It can be really tough, especially as more leads come in from these lead magnets, to do this, like to get that asset out immediately and then to do follow-up to get them from that initial interest to interaction and then closing that deal, right? It's like if we're going back to the dating analogy, right? If you get the girl or the guy that you're interested in, if you forget to follow up, then they forget to be interested, right? And so there's in that dating world, there's a constant follow-up that needs to happen if you're going to, and I don't mean this in any bad way or any like double entendre way, but if you're going to close the deal or create that relationship, then you've got to focus on that follow-up, and it kind of has to be systematic to get them from point A to point B. Right. So the automation can help immensely. And I'll show examples of that also. Okay. So let's start with the offer, also known as a lead magnet. And we talked about this, and not following up, as Sandra says, not following up equals ghosting. Exactly. So anybody that has done the online dating world, and I've been single a number of times. I'm trying to learn good life lessons, and I have a couple of failed marriages to prove that I'm still learning life lessons. But I have done the single like dating thing a lot, and yeah. Follow up is super important, and the metaphor is got a really great carryover. As a matter of fact, and this is off topic, but I've often thought, because I work with our CRM, our Keap CRM, contact relationship management tool, a number of times, and I thought, man, where was this when I was dating? This would have helped immensely to keep like all the contacts in one place, and to keep like the history of all of my emails and notes on my conversations, and where all these people came from. It would have helped immensely. So I don't know if anybody else out there has like been in that spot, but keeping track can be tough, right? And then, like Sandra mentions, the ghosting, that could happen just by accident because you're just, you just can't stay on top. Okay, so not going down the rabbit hole, we'll move on to lead magnets. Now, a number of us are using landing pages, and let me know if you're using lead magnets, and if you are, like, what is your lead magnet? And this is great information. I'd love, because if somebody else isn't using a lead magnet and you are, then like what you're doing, your example can help like immensely. It can help everybody else that's in here paying attention. So examples of lead magnets would be like the free report, or honestly, your newsletter is a lead magnet, a free quote, or a free demo, or something along those lines. So if anybody is using lead magnets for collecting leads, then throw down in the chat and let me know. Okay, cool. Ellen says free consultation. Oh yeah, that is such a good lead magnet, because it's like, hey, I'm willing to talk to you and help you towards your solution for absolutely free. This is a really good one, especially for, I know people in health and wellness, their lead magnet is your complimentary, like your workout. That free consultation is now, it's like a free session, a free workout, or if you're an instructor of some sort, like a free lesson or something to that effect. There we go. Okay, very good. So let's jump in there. Now, I love that you'd mentioned the free consultation, because lead magnets work because free is awesome. And there is something about free that people have a hard time saying no to. So actually, here we go. So the lure of something free is a very powerful thing. Dan Ariely, and he's the author of the book, Predictably Irrational. He proved this point with an experiment. He offered groups of people, so he did this over and over and over again. He offered groups of people a free $10 Amazon gift card or a $20 Amazon gift card for $7. So if you like crunch the math, the better deal is the $20 gift card, because you're either getting the $10 gift card or you're getting essentially a $13 gift card. So you're paying $7, but you're getting like the 20, and 20 minus 7 is 13. So this is actually the better deal if you look at it. But 100% of the people chose the $10 gift card over and over and over. Did it with a ton of different groups. There was no deviation. Everybody chose the $10 gift card. And he calls this the zero price effect because people don't see the downside to something that's free. There is a downside, like the $20 gift card, there's a downside there. It's like, well, I have to pay and then I get the, there's all kinds of what ifs and a little bit of a complication, but there's no complication with free. And so our free asset becomes a really good, it's good bait. Or if we're fishing, it's good bait. Our free thing helps bring people in and get them engaged. So here's a few examples. And I went and I grabbed all these examples directly from Facebook or Instagram, like recently within the last week. So these are all active. This one is a free course. Now, this is actually pretty easy to produce because if you, let's say I could take this slide deck that I created and I could save it as a PDF with my presenter notes for each slide under the image. And now it becomes a course. Now it's a free course. And I could use this as a lead magnet. So you can do exactly that. You can build a slide deck and put presenter notes on each slide, save it as a PDF. Boom. Now you have a course. Now this is your lead magnet, and they work, right? It's free. Hey, get this free course. It's awesome. And trade us your email and your first name, or maybe it's just your email, and that works. Oh, and Sandra says, I've seen the free offer. When clicking through, there's nominal payment. Oh, okay, got it. So sometimes there is like a payment where it says free course, and then is that like it might be like the upsell. Or cross sell, or there's a little payment. That's a little surprise. That's not very effective when you ask for payment on the thing that you're recommending for free. Okay, here we go. So free examples or free samples. This one is from here we go, lead pages, right? So lead pages is a landing page builder, and they're like, hey, here's 75 landing pages that you need to copy. So here's some templates, here's some examples, and take advantage of them. So like free examples or free samples, like if we have some sort of sample that we can show people, then they will, then it's like, hey, I would like the samples, or samples that we send them. Right. And that's something too, depending on what our product or service is. Another example, since we're on the free examples or free samples, is the free demo. And we use that on our website, the free demo. And like that helps, especially for us, we're software as a service. So to show people, hey, you can join this live demo and watch it, or you can watch a recording, or you can watch a short version, like a 5-minute version, and get more understanding of who we are and what we do. So the demo is great, especially like if you're producing a service, like if you're a service-based business, you can demo like what it is that you're doing. If you are a trainer, like the free demo of maybe a group fitness class, or if you're a local service provider, like, hey, here's a demo of how here's how we like blast the tile on pool and make your pool tile beautiful and perfect again. And I'm just like grabbing like ideas and things from businesses that I've worked with, right? Or I worked with a tattoo business, and a short video of producing like a really awesome tattoo, or even like, hey, here's how we do shading. Here's how that gets done. Here's how we do photograph quality images, like stuff like that. It's really it's a great lead magnet. It's very cool. People will sign up for it. Okay, cool. Here's a free checklist. All right. Checklist. People love checklists. So if you have a business where a checklist is applicable, which is pretty much everybody's business, everybody, I don't know why, but every time I've helped a small business put together a lead magnet and they use a checklist, it is incredibly successful. Now, my wife is she's a checklist person. She writes lists. She's a lister, so she writes lists and she like checks things off of lists. So she's a lister, and a lot of people are. I'm not a lister. I list when I absolutely have to, but I'm not a listing person. I'm learning later in life to be more of a lister, and creating tasks and goals and things like that. But my wife has lists on top of lists, and lots of people do. So lists are a really great tool. So for those people that are super organized and that's part of your personality, this is good for you. You can make a list and people will trade their information for your list. And you can list for anything. Like for my business, here we are at contact relationship management and small business, like marketing automation. I could probably make like half a dozen lists on like whatever. Hey, things you need to know to automate follow-up, or here's the checklist of things to do to, maximize your new lead nurture, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like throwing out ideas. Here we go. The free ebook. Now, if you have a blog, then this is a no-brainer because you can take any blog article that you've written and it becomes your free ebook. And it doesn't take much actually to create an ebook. It's just an article. Same thing with a white paper. It's just an article, and you're writing this article on whatever, on something that has to do with the people that you do business with. And something that creates interest. So it's not something, it doesn't have to be exactly specific like what you do, but has to do with the people that are buying your perfect customer, people that are buying your products or service right there. Okay, perfect. Moving on to the free report. All right. And I like this one. This is from WordStream. And it's like, hey, the 2020 Google Ads Industry Benchmark Report, but you could have a free report on anything, and that has to do with your audience, right? Moving on to the free guide. It's kind of the same thing, but a guide is just like a little bit more than like the free report. It's kind of more of a more or less like a how-to with a free guide. Here we go. The free online workshop. I like this because you can either do this live, like I'm doing right now with a live webinar, or you could have a recording. And there's the cool part of this. You can do a recording to an empty audience, right? I can open up a webinar tool, or I can open up a recording tool on my computer, like a screen recorder, like any of the TechSmith stuff, like Camtasia or Snagit. I know there's a whole bunch out there. And then you can just record you doing a webinar. So I can present a webinar to my screen recorder to a completely empty audience, and then stop that recording. And there's my free online workshop. And I didn't even have to do it live. I just did a recording of it. I built the slide deck and I did a recording, and then boom, there it is. So that also is easy to produce, and really it makes a really great lead magnet, especially if it's a topic that people are interested in. There we go. And then the free how-to. And I like this one. Learn in 5 steps how to launch a great discovery campaign. Cool. So they give you 5 steps. It's a little how-to. Hey, do this, 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 and this. And you can give people this information for solving specific problems that have to do with your products or services, which is actually really valid. So there's just a few examples of lead magnets that you can create. And actually what we've looked at in all of these, like if I go back up and come back down, these were all on social media. And so generally all of them are driving to a landing page, and we'll get to that. So they put up either a post or they put in an ad, and then that ad is driving to a landing page to take advantage of this, or for somebody to actually give you their information. Okay, so now let's look at the website or the landing page. So we'll start with this one, like GoDaddy, and I like GoDaddy. I think GoDaddy is they've got some really great web building tools. It's streamlined. They make it very easy. They've been doing it for a while, and so they make it easy. So if I go to GoDaddy's website, here's all the places where they have lead capture. Like number 1, hey, find your domain. So if you click this, it takes you through a process, but it's also asking you for your name and your email. Same thing right here. Hey, search your domain. It's going to ask you for your name and email. Learn more, same type of thing. Hey, let's learn more. or start for free. And this is cool because this is somebody who is like mid funnel, right? Now I may come to the website and I'm at the very top of the funnel, so I'm just being interested. And so this is for me, the learn more. I want to learn a little bit more before I do more engaging. But somebody who's mid funnel or even bottom of the funnel are like, hey, I'm ready to buy. Then here's a call to action for me because I'm ready to buy. Here's another one. I'm mid funnel. I'm ready to go. Start for free. Cool. Or here, view offers. So lots of calls to action on this page. And you can use your website like this with different calls to action, different lead magnets. So if you're driving to your website from social media or from your email marketing, you want to have multiple options for people to take advantage of to get their information, right? Because that's how we're doing this, where we've got our website, we're trying to get people interested and then get them to give us their information. Once they've given us their information, now we can nurture them to that eventual purchase. And that's the strategy. So the first part of that strategy is capture, and look how much capture GoDaddy has on their website. And so this is a really good model. Moving on to our website. And we have a whole bunch of lead capture here also. So number one, see a demo. So you've got this in this upper right-hand corner or right down here in the middle of the page. Hey, see a demo. Well, this it's a lead magnet. It's like, hey, see this demo and give us your name and email, and then boom, it plays your demo. Or try for free. This is absolutely a lead magnet and lead capture. And we're using this lead magnet right in the middle of our website, right? The free trial, 14-day free trial. Try it for free. No credit card required. Boom. Give it a try. Give it a shakedown. And then this one here, register today for Icon. And it is Icon is our user conference that we do every year. And we actually haven't had it for the last couple of years, and we kicked it off again. And it was supposed to be it was going to be in person, right? But now it is virtual, and they've done some really, really cool things for all of our users for our user conference on the 12th and 13th. So Icon, it's like, hey, buy some Icon tickets. Go to Icon. It's awesome. It'll help you grow your business. So lots of opportunity here. And using lead magnets on the website. So lots of lead capture and lead magnets. So again, if we're driving traffic here, there's lots of opportunity for people. Okay, now this is our blog. And if you don't have a blog, I highly recommend you add one. Most website builders will let you add a blog to your website. And a blog is another great place for lead capture. And it's actually kind of sneaky lead capture, because you can write these articles. And number one, you have a title like this, right? 26 ideas to get your next sales promotion noticed. So titles like this are good for SEO or, search engine optimization. So if people look for, ideas or sales promotions, or, if they search a title like this, then you show up. So now you have way more opportunities to show up in organic search when you have more articles in your blog. And of course, you can use all of these as information marketing. You can use your blogs as content for your emails. You can use the blogs as content for your social media posts. You can drive traffic to the blog article, you can have a little teaser for the blog article and then drive traffic to the blog article and then get people to engage, right? They can subscribe. And that's a name and an email. They can, hey, in our case, we're software as a service. Hey, they can see a demo. Or in this case, and I love this right here. So here is 27 email templates for the taking. So we have a downloadable PDF right here, and it may be the same article here. It could be hey, download this article. Would you like your own copy? And if you click this, then it pops up a web form, like a name and email, and then boom, it shoots that asset to your email. And that's a lead magnet. It's lead capture right here in the blog. And you can do exactly the same thing in your blog, which increases the opportunity of getting people's information, right? We want to have lead capture all over the place because it helps. Okay, so I pulled this up. because I'm local. Number one, I am a mountain biker. I love mountain biking. It is one of those things that I have done for, oh gosh, since my, um, I think I had my first bike when I was 16. I lived next to mountains, and that was pretty much the only thing to do because there just wasn't anything going on there. And so I learned how to mountain bike early, and I've like done it ever since. And Sedona is a beautiful place to go and hike and just to be. And it looks exactly like this. Lots of red rock, and just great temperatures and great trails. So this company there, the Sedona Mountain Bike Academy, this is their website. Now, what we're missing on this website is lead capture. And there's lots of stuff that they could do here to increase lead capture. There could be, hey, we send out great articles every week. Join our newsletter, and you could have a banner here for the newsletter, or an article, or a white paper. And I can think of like dozens of things offhand, like, hey, how to ride sandstone, how to ride slick rock, because there are a lot of this is, hey, the five tips for riding slick rock, or hey, the 5 best adventures under $1,000, or 10 skills to take you from, novice to advanced, 10 writing skills take you from novice to advanced, or hey, the best tires for this, or blah, 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 blah. I mean, go on and on and on. There are so many opportunities for lead capture here, and they've really only got one in that bottom corner. That is, hey, it's bottom left corner. It looks like it's just covered up. There it goes. So book an instructor. And that's like the only lead capture that they have here. So there's a huge opportunity. So if, and otherwise, I mean, it's a beautiful like website. It's well organized, but they have some great opportunities here for more lead capture. And so if your website is like this, it's beautiful and it's really well organized, but you've got opportunities for lead capture, then start throwing the lead capture there. And, the offer like, hey, join our newsletter, and hey, fill this out and get this great article that we've written, or hey, here's a checklist, all the things to take on your, next adventure, or your next adventure to Sedona. Like, here's what you need. That's a great checklist, things of that nature. So the reason I did this, I wanted you to be able to look at this and start imagining, and not even your own business, but somebody else's business, because sometimes it's easier to get out of your own head and look at someone else's business, say, hey, what can they do here to increase lead capture? And that's got a direct carryover to what you're doing also. Okay, so next is landing pages. Now, this is an ad from, I think this was Facebook. So I grabbed this from Facebook. And when I clicked it right here, click download, it doesn't actually let me download. It gives me this. It's a landing page, and you fill out the information on the landing page and click download now. And it actually just sends it to your email. It doesn't like download now. It sends you an email and says, hey, we just sent it to you via email, and you'll find it in your inbox under the email that you shared with us. So super valid having this, and it's super easy to build. Like this is, and I can't tell what tool that they used, but our landing page builder builds just like this, like really easy stuff. So landing pages are great, especially in this case from social media. It's like, hey, the ultimate guide to sales enablement, and click, fill in your information, and boom, you're off and running. And you can do this from social media, from your email marketing. So if you've got somebody in your newsletter, you can actually send an email just like this, like, hey, have you gotten this free report? And when they go and they fill that information in, maybe you're gathering more information than you already have on them, but it's an indicator that they're a hotter lead because they just engaged with this lead magnet. So great to use this. Now, this is Facebook lead ads. So on Facebook, you can use their lead ads tool, so that when somebody clicks on your lead magnet or your ad, then it gives this thing, which is their the Facebook form, and it will autofill generally with people's information, whatever they use to register for Facebook, or whatever their information is from their Facebook profile. And it's I've had mine just like autofill, and then I hit like next or submit or whatever that is, and then boom, and then I get their email with this. In this case, it's the the do market research, ultimate guide to market research, that gets delivered to me, and then they get this information. And with Keap, there's connectors. I know Zapier has a connector to pipe this lead directly into Keap, and then number one, kick off that automatic delivery of the asset, and then also kick off automated follow-up even further down the line, which would be that automated nurture. Okay. And so the secret sauce, the honest secret sauce of all of this, aside from having a good offer, but generally if somebody's interested in doing business with you, then your free thing is going to be interesting to them. But really the secret sauce is automated nurture. And again, it's because we just don't have the time to do a proper nurture with so many people. Like if I get a whole bunch of people coming in through that lead magnet, then I've got to play follow up with every one of them. And let's say if I get 5 this week, that means a couple emails each this week. And then I get 5 more next week. So now that's a couple emails each. But there's 10 people now, but 5 of them get the first follow-up email, and then the other 5 get the second follow-up email. And then the third week, right? You see how it gets like complicated and becomes kind of a headache if you don't have automation. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And then, and of course, if you could automate your, online dating follow-up, like even better, right? Out goes the first email, the second email, and so on. All right. So on to some statistics. And this is some really good stuff here. Here, hold on one second. I'm just kind of hustling some things out of the way. Okay. So companies who properly nurture their leads see a 450% increase in qualified prospects. That's a huge increase just by adding lead nurture. 450%. That's massive, right? That's over like, that's like 4x plus. And those who take the time to nurture and grow those customer relationships see a 50% more sales. They see 50% more sales at a 33% lower cost. So now at that side, we're going to say, hey, it would take the time to nurture and grow those customers. So then we're also automating follow-up with customers. So we're following up with new leads to close those deals, 450% increase in that. But then doing the same type of follow-up with people who are customers after they complete their purchase with us, will get 50% more sales at a 33% lower cost, because you're not trying to nurture those leads. You're not generating those leads. So if you're paying for like lead ads or pay-per-click, for people who are already your customers, you don't have to pay for those. So it's cheaper, right, to sell those customers. And you're seeing like 50% more sales at 33% low cost. So it costs less, you think about it, costs less to sell to people who have already purchased from you. And you do this through an automated nurture. You set it up and it runs for you. But we're going to focus on the nurture from your landing pages. And here's more stats, which I really, really like. Okay, so remember, earlier, remember what I said about 3/4 of customers aren't ready to be sold to yet. And I think that was like right here. Okay, actually, nope, I didn't hit that. So no matter how your leads get to you, as many as 73% of all leads are not ready to be sold. And that's kind of just the way it is. People are kind of interested, but they're not ready to be sold just yet. So just because they hit your lead magnet, that doesn't mean they're ready for a sales conversation. 73% are not ready for that sales conversation. So even from the pool of qualified people, so we may have some that we've qualified and we know they're a good fit for our product, only half of them, 50%, aren't, half of them are ready to buy. 50% aren't ready to buy, even after we've qualified them. So that puts the odds against us. And that's why we need a really good automated nurture. And let me back up. And that was from here. Here we go. So at this point, right, we just talked about, hey, 3/4 of customers aren't ready to be sold. Only 50% are ready to buy, even after we've qualified them. So after nurturing all those leads, 15 to 20% of them become customers. And they typically make 47% larger purchases than those who aren't nurtured. So a good nurture not only gets more deals closed, but they close at a higher ticket value because we've educated them, right? They understand more about our product or service, and then that purchase becomes a more valuable purchase to our company. And so the nurture really is like the nurture is where the gold is. And we're going to go and have a look. And so let's go see the wizard. I just love this image. Hey, I grew up with this movie. All right. I hope you're entertained, because anytime I look at that, yeah, I'm entertained. All right. So this is our user interface, and I'm going to go over to automations. Now, we're built on a fully functioning contact relationship management platform. So we're CRM, where we keep all of our contacts, and then we can run our sales relationships with them because we've got all their information at our fingertips, but also those sales relationships or the marketing relationships, we can run those. And I'm in my automation builder, and I've got some easy automations and advanced, but I'm going to look at my advanced builder because that's where my examples are. Okay, so we're going to focus on the landing pages and the web forms, because those are the two things that are going to get, of course, the most bang for your buck. Now, on my website, I'm going to have web forms. And then I want something to happen, meaning I want a nurture to happen based on somebody filling out the form. So in my builder, and it's a drag and drop builder. So if I was going to duplicate this, I would drag out a web form. And then you see I've got some sequences of actions. And so I'm like dragging things and putting them together. And I'm not going to go too deep into how this is done, because I can hook you up with a demo. So if you want to see how this is done, we've got like live demo. I do live demos every week, but I have recorded demos that you can see also. And oh, can I keep my phone number from my current booking platform to Keap? Yes, you can. You can port an existing number to Keap and use that on the mobile app. That was a great question, Monica. Okay, so I'm going to double click this. And this is my web form. So I've just got an example of a web form here that I might put on my website. And when I build this, I've got, my drag and drop tools, like a simple web form builder. And when I build this, it will produce the JavaScript or the HTML code so I can embed it on my website. Or I can use a hosted version. So it'll produce a URL, and you can grab this. You can put this behind like a bit.ly link or a short link. Bit.ly is, I think, the most common. So you can grab a bit.ly link and put that on social media. So there's like a tiny little link, and bit.lys are great and they're trackable. So you can actually use a hosted version of this if you don't put it on your website. Or you can like literally send it to your webmaster and they can put it on your website if you don't do that yourself. All right, but I'm going to go back to design. And in this example, I've got, I'm literally using this as a lead magnet. Hey, we'd like to send you some stuff. What are you interested in? And here's my call to action button. Hey, send me some stuff. A super simple web form. And here's my services that I have information packets to send them. Because this is my fictitious marketing consultancy. Hey, do you need help with your social media marketing or your email marketing or SEO or direct mail marketing or website design or brand? You're going to do a whole brand overhaul. Cool. So they put their information in and they select something and hit send. Okay. So now I've got the automation that's going to follow up on that. So if that's my lead magnet right there, is like, hey, get some information. Then boom, they fill this out. And then based on what they chose in that web form, they're going to get personalized follow-up. So they're going to get, I learned more about them based on what they chose. So they're going to get targeted, more tightly targeted follow-up. So if they chose email marketing, then they're going to get follow-up on email marketing. If they chose SEO, or if they chose social media, or if they chose web design, right? So I have a set of follow-up emails that will go out based on what they chose right here. All right. And then let's go look at this. I'm going to click in this sequence, and we have templates for all these sequences, right? So we actually have free templates that you download, and they walk you through like step-by-step how to customize and launch your automation for these exact purposes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click, And this is a perfect example of follow-up. Now, the first email that goes out, like it waits, I have like waiting a minute. The first email goes out and it's delivering that information. As a matter of fact, if I double click this, I just have an example of that email with all that SEO information. And I could just have the email packed full of SEO stuff, or it could be something that I want them to download. So it could be like here and, click this. This could be, here you go. Click to download, and they click that button, but it should be a blue button because blue buttons are friendlier. And then I would upload a file. So I'd have a file that they could download. So when they click download, boom, they get that SEO report. All right. Or in this case, I've got a whole bunch of SEO stuff in here, some information about our SEO services. And then my call to action is like, hey, click here and let's have an appointment. Like make a free appointment and take that next step. Right. So now I am inviting them to, I've delivered what I told them I was going to deliver, what they asked for. And then I have a call to action here to make an appointment. Click here and let's schedule that free consultation or that free appointment. Because that's essentially what I would do with this example, like my marketing, my fictitious marketing business. That would be the next step. All right. And let me bounce out of here. Now, I have this going on multiple times, right? So if they don't schedule an appointment here, then this will wait a day, or it could wait, let me go in, it could wait 2 days or 3 days or 4 days. So after 2 days, out goes the next email. And it's a variation of email number one. And same calls to action. Hey, let's make that appointment. And then if they don't make that appointment here, then the contingency plan sends them number 3. And if they don't make that appointment here we go. Then after 3 days, then the contingency plan sends them email number 4, and then like 5 and 6 and so on, right? And I can make this as long as I need to, email 7, 8, 9. When they do click and make the appointment, then this process stops. So if they click in email number 4 and make that free consultation appointment, then the whole rest, then I move that around. Then the whole rest of this process will just stop. It all stops. And then I've got appointment follow-up that's going to happen, right? So this is the automated nurture. The first thing it did was it delivers the asset, that free whatever, the free article, the free checklist, the free ebook, or the free course, or like whatever that thing is. It's delivering that free asset, that information, and then it's taking on the next part of the relationship. It's like, hey, here's now you've read this really cool thing. You've gotten this cool thing from us. We would like to further relationship with you. Hey, are you interested in talking a little bit more? Are you interested in letting us talk more with you about solving this problem that you have? Because really, that's what we're doing as small businesses. We're solving problems. We're in the business of solving problems for people, whether it's the pool problem or the lawn problem or the engine problem or the legal problem or the marketing problem or the business problem. We're solving problems. Okay, let me back up. And then here we go. There we go. And so you can see I've got a different type of follow-up for, email marketing and so on. And then when they make that appointment, this process stops. Whoa, there we go. And then the next process kicks off, which is appointment follow-up reminders. And then we have our appointment, and then we go from there with that sales relationship. This is how this is the conversion machine. This is how conversion works. Here we go. Here's a question. Can I connect a link from Keap to my website for clients can book services? Yes, absolutely. So yeah, you could absolutely do that, Monica. And then when they book, there we go. Yeah, no worry about the typos at all. Yeah. And when they book, you can have them. So if you're using a different service, you've got a couple options. One would be connecting however they're booking to Keap, like having it shoot over an HTTP post or something, so it communicates with your Keap application or with your CRM that booking occurred. If not, honestly, you could come in and here we go. Let me just open this up again. There we go. So if Jessica booked, then I would come in and grab her, and I'll grab her contact record. Jessica booked. And then I'm going to go to her automations, and I would see that she's in that nurture. It would show me right here that she's in that nurture. And then I could just pull her out of it. So boom, I stop it for her manually. And there, so I could either like set up triggers so it happens automatically, or I could pull Jessica from an automation manually, or add her to an automation manually. Really great question. Is there an appointment feature? There is an appointment feature for Keap, but not specifically Infusionsoft. But for the Keap interface, there's actually a built-in appointment tool, so you can create those appointment links for, let's say, that 30-minute free consultation, and then you can grab that link, or you could embed this in your website. So you grab the embed code and put that on your website. So when somebody clicks and they schedule that appointment on your calendar, then it travels, goes right into Keap, creates the contact record, puts it on your calendar, also puts it on your Google Calendar. So it'll sync with your Google Calendar or your Outlook calendar. And because it's a bi-directional sync there. So this is that appointment tool. Works really a lot like a Calendly or an appointment core schedule once, but it's built in. And that way, that makes it so much easier to have a tool like this. If you're not using, if you have an outside tool, those tools can be connected through Zapier to your Keap application, so that when somebody schedules, like you're using Calendly and you like it, you want to keep it, Calendly can be connected to Keap with a little Zap or Zapier. And then when that appointment is made, that information travels into Keap, and it acts just like they did the appointment with Keap. Creates a contact record, starts automation, stops automation, and it does all of those really cool things. All right, so back to the automation thing. Let's cover this one. Here we go. We got just a couple minutes left. So this is the landing page thing. Now, here's my landing page builder, and I'm just going to double click and open this. We've got a really solid landing page builder, and I have not done it great services. I just threw together a very quick and easy landing page, right? With my graphic guys put this together for me, holding the tin chicken. So so that's why I use this. But here we go. It's just an example. 25 things you should automate in your small business. And I could go back to design and I could grab, we have like 30 templates that are really, really nice templates that you could grab from to create your landing page. And it can be multiple pages. So you can add sections to it. You can add, I could add sections. I could add different pages. There we go, to it. There's my index, here's my thank you page, and so on. There we go. So I can do some really cool stuff here. And then when somebody fills this out, I run automation. Here we go. So let's jump out of here. We'll leave that. And I've got the same type of thing set up, but with a lead magnet, we might roll a little bit differently, because the first thing I want is for people to download that lead magnet. So I sent them, they filled this out, and I want to send them that article. Hey, 25 things to automate for your small business. So in this, I have, hey, here's your ebook. And then in there, I've got just like that little button, click to download it. But I'm going to keep track if they do. And a lot of times people won't, because they forget. So I want to give them opportunities. So if I give them the first email, it's like, hey, here's your cool lead magnet. Here's the article, click to download. Well, people, if they don't get on that email immediately, that by the end of that day, that email's buried and they may not remember to go back the next day. And I personally have lost lead magnets that way, because it was delivered and I forgot to go and download it. And I'm like, wait a minute, where did that go? And it's gone. So we have this reminder set up so that if the system doesn't see that they click to download, then they'll get on this timer, whatever the timers we set up, then they'll get try number 2. And if they don't click to download it from try number 2, then they'll get try number 3. And we're just reminding them, we're staying top of mind. Hey, don't miss out on this. Like, we saw you haven't downloaded it yet. Don't miss out. This is awesome information. And I've got this system, so I want to see when they click to download. And the system will absolutely know because I'm going to use that as a trigger. So when they click to download, this process stops. So that delivery email stops. There we go. And then the next email series will kick off. And then the next email series, now that they've downloaded my ebook, the next email series is getting them to that next step in my sales process, whether it's making an appointment or getting a quote or having a conversation, like making a phone call, or like whatever it is. Like all of our businesses are a little bit different. We're using this series to drive to that next stage. And in my case, it's like an appointment. So I'm using the appointment tool. And in here, I've got another set of like 8 emails on timers. And I'm staying top of mind and I'm nurturing and I'm educating in those emails so that when their interest does peak, then they click and then I get their business. And here's the thing. Remember we talked about, hey, I've got like 75% of those people are just not ready to have a sales conversation. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to stack up the emails and the timers. And each email is a little bit different. And I'm educating them and I'm teaching them a little bit more about the product or service and how valuable it is and how we're solving problems and whatever it is that we're fixing. So we're building value in our product or service. I'm becoming an authority to this consumer, whoever's getting these emails. And so it's like validating my knowledge and my skill, and I'm staying top of mind. And nobody else is doing this for our product or service because most people give up after like 2 follow-ups because they're not using automation. So now we're staying top of mind longer. And then when their interest does peak, maybe somewhere out here, then this process stops and I get their business, right? Because I'm staying top of mind. That's why the nurture, like those statistics, that's why people who are nurtured, who are properly nurtured like this, their purchase price is high. It's like the deal is worth more money, and we get more conversion from this. And this is just like simple mathematics. We get more conversion because we're staying top of mind for longer. So people engaged with us, we got them in to that funnel with that lead magnet, and then we nurture. We just do this really cool nurture process, and we don't do anything. We set it up, and it's just happening while we sleep and while we eat breakfast and while we're focused on the hot prospect and doing our work. This is working in the background to get people to the place where they're ready to purchase. So this really, really is the secret sauce. If there was like... If there's one thing that really makes a difference with all the small business I've worked with, it's this thing, the automation right there. Okay, cool. So we are at time. Okay, here's a comment. Monica says, my clients have to book through my website. They choose availability on the calendar when booking service. Okay, cool. So then, yeah, Monica, you can, when they book, you're getting notified. You can connect that to Keap. As a matter of fact, I have this, there's this really cool tool called Parsi, and it will catch that you could CC that confirmation email to Parsi. Will actually send up a URL, so you send it to Parsi, and then Parsi takes the information off of that and puts it into Keap or Infusionsoft. So it's like a connector tool, but it catches webhooks or automated emails. So that automated email from your booking system comes in, boom, it hits Keap, it puts the contact in, updates the contact or creates a brand new contact, adds tags, starts automation, does all that really cool stuff so that you don't actually have to do it manually. So Parsi is a really good connector tool for that type of thing. Exactly. Yeah, there you go. Actually, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, if I'll copy this and I'll throw this in there. So if you need something like that, that works with Keap and Infusionsoft, and really any other app that automates an email or automates a webhook will connect, and it automatically shuttles things into your Keap or your Infusionsoft. So cool stuff there. Okay, I have a few things. Number one is I have some preferential pricing right here. So this is 3 months, your first 3 months for 50% off. So I want you to keep this. So if you are doing some homework and you're looking into our solution, keep this in your pocket. It's good to the end of the month. And this is a really great solution. It's a really great purchase solution. The other thing is our free trial. And that's actually a really great lead magnet, right? A good free trial. So here's our free trial. It is on our website, and I'm going to click here, and boom, there's a free trial. And I'll grab this link, 14-day free trial, and no credit card required, so you can sign up and give these things a try and put the automation to work. And just a really great opportunity to put your hands on these things and see if this automation is a good thing. Also, the demo, you saw that. Here we go. I'll go to the Keap Pro page. Any one of these pages pops up a demo thing, but here I will grab, this is my registration page for live demo. So if you want a good demo, I do a demo of this twice a week, and you can sign up for a live demo and see a little bit more. And I always cover automation and how it works and what it's going to do for you. So this is a really great opportunity to learn a little bit more. So we have a great pathway to figure some things out. So if you're looking for a solution for your business of marketing, automation, CRM, a whole bunch of those tools all built in one, this is a great opportunity. So take this link and keep it handy, and sign up for the demo if you haven't seen a demo yet, and definitely do that free trial and get your hands on it and see how it works, because it makes there's some really great tools that really make a difference. All right. Great information. Thank you, Ellen. I appreciate that. Great information session. Okay, perfect. Everybody, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope there was some things here that are going to help your promotions and help you hone in your conversion funnel and create a much higher converting funnel using some of the tools that we talked about. Web forms on your website, lead magnets that you can put on your website and on landing pages, and then boom, that high converting automation can really make a difference. All right. And thank you, Renee. I appreciate it. Everybody have a fantastic day. And I will have a follow-up email go out with a link to the recording. So you can go back and check this out at your leisure, and feel free to share that around with anybody that would be interested and you want to share with. And I hope we all get to chat again soon. Thanks so much.